welcome back to another video. This really popped when I saw it. That to me is a monster increase. Again, this book got hot. This book is ready to go higher. So let's jump right into it. We are back today with another statue review from Diamond Select Toys. Without further ado, let's get into the review. What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and welcome back to another video. Today we're here for Cop or Drop. This is episode number 12, and I have two books for you guys. One that I'd be buying here in this market, and one that I'd definitely be staying away from or definitely selling if you have it in your collection. But before we get started into the video, like always, guys, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor and go ahead and click the subscribe button for me. It does help the channel out. I want you to smash that like button because it helps the channel out as well, and turn on notifications because it'll let you guys out there know when I post new videos. One other announcement, as you guys can see, I am wearing some merch. If you guys are interested in merch, do me a favor, drop me some comments down below so I can place an order. I do have some hats for sale still left on the website. But we're here for Cop or Drop, episode number 12, and this week I'm starting with The Cop, a book that I have been talking about forever that I want you guys to pick up, and it has really come down in price lately, so now is the perfect time to pounce on it. The book we're talking about is a copy of Marvel Spotlight number 5, the first appearance of Johnny Blaze as the Ghost Rider. That's right, I'm gonna get made fun of for this one because I talk about this book constantly, and I'm surprised it made it to number 12 episode for this book, to be honest. But yes, again, this book is one of my favorite Bronze Age keys out there. Again, a book that can be had for still pretty cheap in my opinion. We're going to jump into the numbers and talk about it right now. So we're going to take this book at a 4.0 grade. And why did I take it at a 4.0 grade? Because when I saw the drop that this book had from the last sale, I figured, you know what, now's the great time. The next point I'm going to make is I bought a raw copy not too long ago. I submitted it to CGC, got the awesome new Ghost Rider label. That's another reason I'm going to say if you guys buy a nice raw copy, you could submit it and get that label as well. But mine came back a 4.0 copy, so it benefits me, of course, to talk about this grade. With that said, guys, the 2020 average for Marvel Spotlight number 5 was $484 on 15 sales. The 2021 average was $1,170, almost a triple on this book. Didn't quite get there, but either way, a nice pop on this one year over year. That was on 19 sales, so a little bit more activity. The 12-month rolling average for this book was $1,383 on 20 sales, and then 90-day average down to $1,298. But guess what, guys? The thing that surprised me the most, that last sale just in June of this year was only $1,080 for a CGC graded copy 4.0. That to me is too low for this book, especially with a character that I think will set up the next phase of Marvel characters going forward in the MCU. I'm a big fan of this book, not only of the 70s style cover, the character himself, and I think where this book is going to go in the future. This is definitely my cop for the week. I'd be buying multiple copies if I can, because as you know, I think I've had like 4 or 5 copies at one point. I'm down to 2 at this point, but I'm definitely looking for another nice, beautiful looking copy. This is my cop for the week, Marvel Spotlight number 5. With that said, we're going into the drop of the week, and this might surprise the people out there, especially the modern collectors out there, because I get a little slack from them from time to time. But guess what? I am selling the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. I believe it's Incredible Hulk number 449. My memory serves me correctly. Why am I dropping this book? Well, we just got the announcement that there's going to be a Thunderbolts project showing up in the MCU, probably sooner rather than later. I would say over the next couple of years. Probably we're seeing some of these characters right now that are in Phase 4 going to be going over and joining the Thunderbolts at some point, making up that team. Not sure how it's going to play out. We don't have Thunderbolt Ross anymore because of his passing. Few other characters I've heard that haven't been contacted about doing a project yet who should be in the Thunderbolts. You never know. We may get for appearance of the Punisher going to be in the Thunderbolts. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think people are going to speculate on that. He's not in the comics, but you never know. Marvel might do something like that because of the type of character he is. Regardless, guys, this book is expensive for me at any grade, and I'm going to go into the numbers right now. At a 9.8, because I think as a modern book, you got to get a 9.6 and a 9.8. The 2020 average for a 9.8 was $288 on 86 sales. That tells you how many copies of this thing are out there, right? The 2021 average was $683. So again, almost a triple on this thing as well. great if you bought it way back when. That was on 97 sales. The 12-month rolling average was $668 on 79 sales, and the 90-day average down to $633 on 33 sales. But the last sale, guys, back up to $675 June of this year. Again, probably because of the pop we got from the announcement. I think now is a great time to sell this book if you are not married to it, if you're not a staunch believer in the Thunderbolts. I believe on one of my last videos I said to you guys I'd be buying the individual first appearances. You're probably better off, in my opinion. They're probably not great for investment purposes, but again, having first appearance of each individual character, to me, I think is always a better option than buying the first appearance of the team, right? I'm going to use the example of, like, if you bought first appearances of the Avengers, they're far more expensive than the first Avengers #1, right? In this case, I don't think they are. I think they're less expensive. Maybe not. I guess if you got everything in a 9.8, it'd probably be a lot more expensive, and you might need to because they are modern books, and I think some of them might be Copper Age books as well. Regardless, guys, I'd be dumping this book right now if you own it. I'm not sure how much of a pop we have left in it. We already got the announcement. If we get a trailer, that's probably your last time to do it. But by then, the way this market's going, I think most people will already be out of this book. With that said, guys, this is Copper Drop episode 12. I'm going to remind you guys, it is getting harder and harder to find books out there that I want to buy and that I want to sell right now here in this market. I think a lot of the things out there are coming down vastly in price. Some people are afraid to catch a falling knife. If it's a big key, like a Marvel Spotlight 5 or a nice Silver Age major key, I think those are your best bets right now in this market. I kind of be staying away from everything that has a lot of hype around it if they're not major grails type of books. They don't have to be blue chip keys, but some of these Bronze Age books that to me are still affordable. I think that's where they're going to be going in the next phase of the MCU and beyond. And there, of course, there's some nice, still undervalued Silver Age books out there. That's where I'd be putting my money right now, not into the modern stuff on most of it anyway. There's a couple out there that I definitely would. With that said, guys, this is Lawrence over at Money Comics and Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.